The DC League of Super Pets. I have seen this trailer more times than I can count because I go to the movies a couple times a week. And it's always one that they show. That one and the Paws of Fury. And I remember thinking to myself every single time I see that trailer, this is a really good time to go get popcorn. That's the first thought. And my second thought is I got to get back in time to see Nicole Kidman. So, because heartbreak feels good in a place like this. But Alan, speaking of heartbreak, I'm straight up. I saw the trailer. I said, not for me. It looks dumb. I like, you know what? And another thing, and maybe you'll recommend this to me. I don't watch Teen Titans. I've seen it, and I did see the movie. I'm trying to think how or why I saw that movie.
But Teen Titans, you said?
The Teen Titans. Wasn't there like a Teen Titans movie?
Like that was actually the only DC comic I read.
Animated. So when I see little spin-offs like that, I just don't care. It doesn't interest me. I think it's for children. It's not for me. And I don't know why. I've seen clips. I've seen enough clips in the trailer to know that I don't want to see this movie. So I did not see DC League of Super Pets, but Alan Ing.
Yes, I did see DC League of Super Pets. Yeah, this is a kids movie. And it's very much a kids movie, and the appeal here is that Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart are back together once again because the two love each other so much. Okay. So the story basically is the origin of Krypto. Krypto is Superman's pet, has the same superpowers as Superman, and a wrinkle in his plans come when Clark gets serious about Lois Lane and is about to propose to her, and Krypto starts feeling jealous. In the meantime, Lex Luthor realizes that orange kryptonite can turn you into a superhero, and decides that he's going to experiment with orange kryptonite on a guinea pig. And this particular guinea pig is played by Kate McKinnon. She becomes this evil superhero, and we soon realize that the orange kryptonite only works on animals, turning animals into superheroes. And so that's kind of the origin story of Kevin Hart's character. There, he's locked up in him and a few other pets are locked up in a pet store with Kate McKinnon's guinea pig, and because of a series of events, the orange kryptonite coming to Earth, they all become pets, super pets, and a big battle occurs. And I will say this: kids, if you have kids who are into DC and like pets and think animals are adorable, well, here you go. Here's your movie. For us adults who have to sit along with it, I think you'll be mildly amused, but there's, I may have laughed maybe 2 or 3 times. But, I think there's some things going against it. One is, as much as we like the chemistry between Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart, clearly these two guys weren't together in the studio recording their lines. So you miss that live chemistry they have together. The other thing is the movie is so rushed. It's about super pets. It's about pets having powers, defeating evil, rescuing the Justice League, which is what they have to ultimately do. And so it just feels like a comic book that just straightforward. And it makes you realize how good Pixar was in the olden days of telling stories, because there was a lot more layers to it than this one. It just misses a lot of depth that you kind of expect from The Rock and from DC and from anyone putting hundreds of millions of dollars into an animated feature. And so, it's good, but it's really not for you. It's for your kids.
All right. Well, Alan, I have a question here. Is there a scene? This is an animated movie.
Yes.
And we know animators love to throw in little things for kids. Mm-hmm. Is there a scene with 2 moms?
Yes, there is a scene with 2 moms. It's lightning fast, maybe 2 seconds. The 2 moms are pet owners at the park, and they bring it up, they go away from it, and it lingers with you as you watch the movie. And I will say this: at least in Lightyear, they made it part of the story. Here, this is a clear virtue signal. It's there to just be there and to say, hey, we're woke and we support you. And the problem that this movie is going to have with it is the audience that they were trying to basically virtue signal. They're not going to come and see this movie. And so you've just used this opportunity for no reason, for no monetary reason at all. And that's the problem with these virtue signals.
So,
the audience you're trying to go for won't see your movie.
Okay, so yeah, they're trying to appeal to an audience that isn't like I don't know, maybe animated kids movies for little children. Maybe that has an audience we didn't know about. A segment of but what's annoying.
I mean, this movie is much more kid focused than Lightyear was. At least Lightyear tried to be a little more broader in terms of the maturity of its audience. This is strictly kids.
Well, I mean, we should do an article on Film Threat as like all the animated movies that have this put in there. Yeah. Like you mentioned that this is like the third Pixar movie that has like two moms.
Yeah, well, Toy Story 4 has two moms. It's just like this one. They were just in the background. Onward had a character who had a wife at home, a major character. And then Lightyear. So that's three Pixar movies that are just kind of getting these virtue signals in. We should
make that list. But it keeps happening so often. It makes you think. It makes you think like, okay, if they're doing this so often, it just makes you think that maybe something is going on that's it just seems a little strange, in movies for children that this is happening so often. So yeah, I will never see this movie. I don't care. Thank you, Alan, for seeing it. What would you recommend it?
If you have kids who are DC fans and love pets, this will be a good movie to see. It has Keanu Reeves as Batman, by the way.
Keanu Reeves plays Batman. All right, well, I'm sure they'll release that clip online. Let's go to the comments and hear what everyone else is thinking. Solomon Thornton says this movie is basically a new version of a cartoon show called Krypto, the Superdog on Cartoon Network. Interesting. Yeah. Patrick Lemire says, make Kryptonite great again. And Ratzel has the best comment here. DC shill Allen.
Yeah.
And
DC certainly loves me better than Disney does, so I will say that.
Said no one ever. Does Joker have a super pet in the movie?
No, but Lex does.
Lex Luthor? Okay, give away all the spoilers.
The guinea pig is basically Lex's pet.
Does anyone care about spoilers for this movie? I know I don't.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. Are there any other sort of Easter eggy things like Keanu Reeves as Batman?
Well, the final scene that you sit through in these kind of movies, the last scene. You talking about there's an appearance. There's an appearance by an actor who's already in the movie, but I don't know if you want me to spoil it beyond that.
No. Does anyone care?
No.
Does anyone care? Chat.
Okay, so if you don't want to hear this, tune out for 30 seconds. But
okay, let's hear it.
Black Adam makes an appearance along with his pet.
That's great.
Yeah, and so you have Dwayne acting against Dwayne. I mean,
yeah, that's true. Who cares? Hey, Lubitsch Touched Me became a new member. Thank you for that. Really Old Movie says, it sounds like it's a great HBO Max movie, not theatrical release. Lol.
Kids films make a lot of money in the theater. Right. So it's a smart move to get in the theater right now. Yeah, well, there you go. The Super Pets just sounds like it's just not for me, and I don't care, but it's a new movie opening this weekend, so thank you, Alan, for seeing it. Minions, I would say go see Minions. That's far better than the Super Pets. I think Minions, and I didn't see Paws of Fury just because I saw the trailer and it didn't I haven't seen it either. It didn't grab me. And also, I'm just being a Hong Kong Phooey fan, old school Hong Kong Phooey. I feel like I saw the best one. It's Hong Kong Phooey.